peaches in the pasture. We got a love filled with joy and laughter. We gon' talk about how you and yours can master. Put God first, make the blessing come faster. You rollin' with peaches in the pasture. We got a love filled with joy and laughter. We gon' talk about how you and yours can master. Put God first, make the blessing come faster.
Roses are red, yeah, violets are blue, boy. You know I'm in love with you. We gon' ride this thing till the wheels fall off. We gon' ride this thing just like them cars. You bring the sunshine, you make my light shine. You said you love me and that you're all mine. Who would ever believe that God loved me so to give me a king that makes my life so
You rollin' with peaches in the pasture. We got a love filled with joy and laughter. We gon' talk about how you and yours can master. Put God first, make the blessing come faster. You rollin' with peaches in the pasture. We got a love filled with joy and laughter. We gon' talk about how you and yours can master. Put God first, make the blessing come faster.
Yeah, peaches, come on, let's ride till the wheels fall off. Come on, let's ride. Peaches, let's ride. Peaches in the pasture. Come on, come on. Let's take this ride. Come on, come on.
Greetings, Trinity Strong Kingdom Broadcast, and welcome to another segment of
Peaches
in the Pastor. Back at it.
What was that accent
like that?
you just...
Hey. I can do a little few sound effects.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, I used to beatbox back in the day.
Oh, okay, do it. Okay, don't do that no more. Okay, this is great.
Oh, that was good. I didn't practice.
Don't do that. This is awesome. Well, welcome TrinityStrong Kingdom Broadcast and WOBU, Our Voices United Family.
Right. And hit us up on our website, TrinityOutreachCogic.org. Okay,
Say
get some more.
again.
TrinityOutreachCogic.org.
That took some enunciation. That was awesome. All right. Well, we're talking about the same thing.
Yeah, I think and again, guys, you guys have been pouring in with those comments and emails. Keep it coming. Okay, let us know that we're on the right track. So it's good to it's good to know that we're helping somebody. Okay.
Yeah.
And listen, we're not here trying to talk like we know everything, but we're just chatting up. Maybe it's gonna be doing it throughout the day.
Oh, okay.
I'll roll those R's today. All right. All right, it's all good. So let's get back into it like we never stop. Plans and goals and all right, recognizing that how important it is.
And the
come
financial
together.
piece as well. But those plans and goals, I love that topic because it's something that we're not traditionally taught to do, is to have a goal and a plan. But I just feel like, we need to live on purpose. We need to live on purpose.
Yeah, and I think that we have plans and goals. I just don't think they're realistic.
Oh wow! Well, that's
I just think that they're just flat out.
You got some 2 or 3 more sessions.
I think we go in trying to say, I'm getting ready to buy an island, and you can't afford a bag of chips.
Wow.
we start getting into them kind of things.
Do tell.
Man.
I'm listening. Well, I mean that's a whole nother.
Yeah, because sometimes we'll start talking about things that we want. Okay, but there's a pathway to those things that you want.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, I believe that we do have the power to achieve anything that you can imagine in your mind. I don't think it would. See, that's what we might see. But that's okay. It's okay for you to be there. Because in a marriage, sometimes you do need someone, I say, that lives on the ground, and you need a dreamer. Right. And that's okay, so that you can get to
some point. Somebody has to be, the real. Somebody has to dream. And I believe that once you make a goal and you make a plan to attain the goal, and you have to work, right? I didn't say it's going to just drop out the sky. You have to drive. You have to work and drive and commit to the plan. It might take years and years, but the whole thing is there is a plan. There is a goal.
There is a pathway to a realistic plan. There is no pathway to an unrealistic plan. All right. So you have to be clear about, for instance, I'm not going to go into I know what I can do. I know who I am. Okay. Now, if I decide tomorrow that I want to be a police officer, okay, I can't walk into the police station and say, hey, give me my uniform, give me my locker and gun, I'm ready to go out there and hit the street. Okay? All right? That's unrealistic.
But I'm not talking about unrealistic.
Well, anyway.
I know there's some unrealistic.
But we have some things in that respect. And I think that when you talk about dreamers, so you have a dreamer, and you have one that stays on the ground. But I'm a dreamer.
Yeah.
And I stay on the ground. I'm both. I feel that I'm both. I have dreams and I have goals, but I believe that my dreams they're realistic.
Well, yeah, I think I'm both too. But my dreams are big, and I still think they're realistic.
All right. Well, you're good. Down with that. But let's check out some scenarios where you can have a plan, and you have one spouse who feels that it's attainable, and another spouse feel like it's not attainable.
Right.
So you're saying, I'll play this role here. Okay. I have a dream that I want to. So many things I've already done. Okay. Let's go back to it. I want to buy an island within the next 2 years. No, within the next year. Something cool. An island within the next year. Okay? We need $50 million. Now, I believe we can do it. I've seen some things, and I believe that if we do this plan here that I'm showing you, we can obtain this goal of buying this within a year. Here is the plan. I believe in this plan.
Well, let's hear
I believe
your plan,
into
then.
it.
I'm all in. I'm all ears.
Now assume that I've shared the plan with you.
Well, let's hear it.
And so after you have seen the plan, you're looking at it and you're saying, no, I don't think so.
Right.
I don't think you can achieve this in 1 year. This is not realistic. It's not going to happen. All right? How do you explain? Now, how is that conversation going? Is it a conversation that says that I don't trust your plan is totally unrealistic, which means that you're also saying that you don't trust the plan because you say it's unrealistic. It means you don't trust the plan. Are you prepared to tell your spouse that you don't trust him? Okay? Or how do you deal with that conversation when you know in your heart that it's unattainable, and I know in my heart that it is attainable? So how do you deal with that?
Well, first off, that's why it's two heads instead of one. So that's your plan, that's your vision, and now you're bringing it to the spouse, and we're going to talk about it, which both plan. It has to be a compromise to the goal, number one. If you want an island and I don't, I want a business, then, there's going to be a lot of compromises in the plan. It's going to be a compromise in the goal even. The goal has to be a goal that we both want to attain, and so that's number one. So I don't know if I'm on the ground like you say and you a dreamer, then of course my on the ground plan may not align with your with your goal. So then we have to compromise on the goal. I know a lot about this because I have compromising on goals and things of that nature. Because that's what marriage is. It's compromise. It's give and take. Is mixing divisions. You know what I mean? And then, like you said, if it's not a feasible goal, what will be the purpose of the island? I mean,
right. What would be the purpose of the island? So here's what I'm throwing. I threw out something I threw out a big one out there talking about buying an island. That's some crazy talk. Okay, but let me put this in the equation. This is what I wanted to get to. If you put this is why it's important to put the right spirit on something. Okay, particularly when you're doing things or you're planning things unto God first and then to your marriage. And this is how things can get placed in order. When you're planning unto God first and to your marriage, God will cause your mind to filter out all that island stuff and all that kind of stuff,
right,
and bring realistic ideals and concepts to where you should be at that given time.
Right.
So if you have a bad spirit on something, it'll have you going all kind of places. Just like money. Finances are very, very, finances. All right. Money. And boy, I tell you, if we can get some integrity just on money in marriages and households, that's going to win your day. Is going to win you the next few years and staying together. But when the integrity is not there, that means that you've got your money tied to lies, tied to deceit, tied to selfish gain. This is mine and you have yours. All that bad talk, that bad stuff that comes along with a bad spirit, that's what you have. And you got to be able to,
Yeah, money, that's going to take about 2 other sessions, but we can start about it now if we finish with those goals.
Because these plans cost money.
Plans do cost money, and goals are you need money to reach a certain goal. But just going back to the goal and the plan, make sure that you're compromising on what the goal is, and then taking realistic action plan steps to get to there. And don't expect
with the right spirit.
With the right spirit.
You got to have a spirit, because that's when we're not getting to the compromise. Right. There is no getting to compromises. There's no real negotiating with a bad spirit. Okay, and this is why in Christian marriages and when we're trying to do something, trying to create something from nothing. Okay, but it's obtainable because of your faith-driven couple. You're driven by God's awesome promises and awesome provisions. We do it unto Him first.
Yeah, so we can even lower the goal, make it more realistic. So most couples, when you do get married, you need to buy a house. So if the goal is the house, and then the plan, of course, we're coming into this from some bad spaces in your credit and this and that. There are action plan we need to create. But we're getting close to a break. We can pick this back up when we come back from break.
Okay, cool. Sure.
Because they're rolling with Peaches and the Pastor.
All right, all day long. Okay, so we'll work it out. Okay. All right, we're back at it. Okay.
We're back at Peaches.
And the Pastor. I was trying to roll something, but I couldn't roll anymore. So.
Thank you.
Oh, we're good.
Okay. So great. We're still talking about this.
So you were talking about something more realistic. We were talking about an island, but now let's talk about something more realistic that stays in line. I was talking about making sure you have the right spirit. Okay, it has to be applied, and doing things unto God first, and God will filter out all those other negative things. We know that the love of money is the root of all evil, and all these kinds of things. We've heard stuff. We know that money can play an intense role, and more than what you can buy, what you can buy, and what you can't buy, but also just emotionally can drain you, in a sense. You see.
Well, one thing in that state, the control that people use to manipulate others with money. If you control the purse, you control a lot. And people that don't have, you mentioned the word integrity. If someone is lacking that in the marriage and uses that to manipulate their spouse, it's going to cause problems. We heard the word pride. You can't tell me what to spend. You can't tell me what to do. I go to work every day just like you know what I mean? So that you got a whole lot of factors working in. So that's why it comes all the way back to what you were talking about with spirit, integrity, plan, because that's why I keep saying that. Because if you make a plan, now if we are agreeing that we are going to be doing this, we're going to spend this, we're going to do this, we came together and made a plan to reach a goal that we both want to, I think you'll be more apt to stick to it.
Right. So, in fact, we're talking about a plan. Okay. That's just what we're talking about, making a plan. And we have so many couples that have made plans, and plans have failed. Okay. And people have not been able to clearly understand or how to rebound from failed plans. And matter of fact, you've made plans and they've failed once, and made another plan that it failed again and again and again. But key thing, you will never make it without a plan. You just had plans that just didn't work out, but that doesn't mean that you stop making a plan. So we have to be clear that you have to set a plan. Now, your plan have to be realistic. So, and then you have to have the right spirit on that plan. That spirit is by way of offering up that plan unto God first, okay, and then roll from there. Does that make it still, all bets are off, that you're not going to have some issues as concerned? No, you are. But what you're going to get is the motivation through God to push you through, to keep you in the game, okay, to keep you encouraged, to keep you motivated. It's called stand on point, continuing to apply the effort that you need to accomplish what you've planned. And that is where we lose. We lose out, particularly, again, we tend to be more about other folks' business than our own business. And you have to set your marriage as a priority. It has to be a job all in itself, and a special job. That you have. You go say, I'm going to designate 2 hours or 3 hours a week on our plan in our marriage, and then do it. Okay, all right. Like we set plans to meet at the table, have our meetings in the mornings every morning, and we set a plan to do something, meet at the table in the evening on Tuesdays. These are things that we set up for ourselves, not things that we set up for my church that I pastor, for for 46. This is us, okay? And marriages, you have to be about us. Us have to be the priority at all times. And let me stop right there. I can keep going.
Well, yeah, that's great. It all goes back to that, to the plan and being communicating and making your marriage priority. If we are a team doing life together, who is more important than me, or vice versa? If we're on the same team doing life together, who is more important than us?
Right.
So we do have to prioritize us. It takes us to have the family and to reach the goal and all that. So so that's great stuff. Prioritizing our time to plan. You need a time to build. You need a time to maintain. You sometimes need time to tear it down and start all over again.
Yeah,
so
those Ecclesiastics.
Yeah, that's
time,
all.
That's right.
That's a plan.
That's right.
So going back to that, if your plan or your goal is that house, and you make a plan that we're going to only spend this amount of money every month because we got to save and we have to work on our credit. We're going to we're going to make a plan to get these things out of debt and make plans for these to pay these minimum payments every month and all this till we come out of this. And if we do all this in 24 months, we should have enough money saved. We should have our credit restored. Then, at that point, you've made a plan. You both agree. You've made a compromise together. Now, one may be, spenders and might not like it, but if that's the goal and they both agree, that's the goal and that's the priority right now in our marriage is to get a home. Then. And you sat down and made that plan, then you are agreeing to activate it and to do it.
Yeah, right. We've agreed to it. We put the plan together and we agreed to do it, and then we don't do it. We soften up. We get back to that soften up thing. And guys, this is what determines a successful person versus an unsuccessful person. That part there. You don't ever soften up. When you start to soften up on something because because when you start to move into a plan and activating a plan, you've got to go outside your comfort zone. We just operate within a space that we like to be able to control every nugget of it. And if we can't control every nugget of it, then we don't tend to put our heart in it because we don't want to get out there and drown in something.
And that's why it's got to be two working together.
And I'm talking two working together.
If that's your goal and that's not my goal, then I'm not going to be.
This is the plan. We're talking about the plan that we did. We did, and we understand that if I don't do my part in the plan, is going to impact your doing your part in the plan. You brought up the team concept. Like in a basketball team, Lord knows I don't know what in the world. I think the Cavaliers got a pretty decent team. I think, if they get some good coaching. Coaching is just, I don't know. You're going to have some teams out there, man. I'm telling you, got all the players, all the right things, man, but they just not executing well. I don't know why they traded,
this is peaches in the pastor.
All right. Okay.
We got to love it with joy and laughter.
My goodness. But every now and then.
Talk about how you and yours can master. Yeah. Put God first. Make the blessing come fast.
You're going to gonna lose my thought. But you get into those huddles, man. You be trying, hey, I want you to do this. I want you to run this play. I want you to block out this and do this. Then you get out there and you get into the game, okay? Because you got to remember, you got an opponent out there. The next thing you know, the whole plan is thrown here and there. Okay, so we can have a plan, and we got that plan, and we got to be prepared to deal with the opposition that comes with the plan. Be ready to go.
One thing you said that I thought you wouldn't go all the way there is when you said don't soften up.
Right.
And the difference.
I go hard in the paint.
That's right. The difference between
they get rid of Drummond?
The successful people and the unsuccessful
JaVale
people.
McGee got rid of him too.
Babe, need you to concentrate. The difference between successful
he did 27 points
people
another
and
night.
Unsuccessful people is what?
Well, you're right, baby.
Is what?
Right. Huh?
The difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is discipline.
There you go.
Discipline.
Okay.
It's the discipline in the marriage on your finances that's going to get you to your goal.
That's right.
And
hard work and dedication.
That's right. When you do mess up, because sometimes you'll fall off and you won't follow the plan exactly like you're supposed to.
Because we know there's going to be some opposition.
Right.
Going to be some.
Then what?
Some
What
issues.
do you do?
We got to come together.
You come back together and get back on the plan.
Get back on the plan.
You have to
it has to be the plan. Got to be so together. Getting right spirit on it. that if I make a mistake, you make a mistake, we can still come back, like you said. Come back and get it together, okay?
And start from where you are.
But why can't the Cavaliers
Just
do
keep getting up. Keep getting
Why
up.
come the Cavs can't do it?
Even when you fall, you keep getting up. That's how you do it.
I don't know how we got on sports.
Know how you got on sports. No. How we know how you got on.
But you said teamwork.
Yes.
You know, teamwork makes the dream work. That's right.
So
All
if
day
the
long.
dream is a house, listen, stay disciplined, follow your dreams. Listen, marriages, you all get a plan. Get an action plan, make a goal.
And get it unto God first. Be prepared. Make sure you put in your plan contingencies if something goes wrong. Okay, we don't plan for the other stuff. We don't plan for the world's reaction to the plan. We just plan to think it's going to just do its thing. But there's a reaction that the plan is going to create once you start to put it in execution. Because some things are beyond our control. All right, so we have to be prepared for it.
That's right. But the one thing is, just get back up. When you fall off, if you don't meet that month's goal to save X amount of dollars, get back up. Get back up and start fresh.
Get back up, start fresh,
over.
talk again, you know, make love, have a good time. You have to. Got to bring some spark back. Something got to be happy. Something got to be right. No, but I tell you, because when you're having a plan, then something got to go right.
But that's why you have to make make room for a little fun too. That, like you said, you have to have some room in there for fun. You have to have some room in there for
plan didn't work, but I know what will work. But it's all good.
And the
pastor. So
the
we
pastor.
have to.
This is the pastor.
Yeah, right, exactly. You teach it. I'm the pastor.
This is good stuff, though, and you know, great talk. This is real talk, guys, and we just want to just let you know what we see, and hopefully this will help someone else out there, another couple.
Well, I know that it will. Okay, and I know that we've got planners out there, and you need plans because you're married to a dreamer, or
a person that's on the ground. Either one. You still need a plan.
You have to be together. You have to be together. And back to the house scenario, and I think that's a cool scenario because they're and particularly if you have issues and credit, and you're a phenomenal repairer of credit, you get down, you know how to do your stuff, and you make it happen. You make dreams come true.
Oh, thank you, babe. That was so nice.
But you do a consultation, right? And then you lay out some conditions to what they need to do to pull themselves into a credit-worthy manner. All right. So and they have to do it.
They have to.
You can give them all the good things they need, give them everything they need, but you have to appeal to them, their heart. Hey, you got to follow the plan.
Follow the plan.
But if you don't,
discipline so you can reach your goals. And then after you reach that goal, then set a new goal so you won't feel stuck or bored or so. It's so much to dream about. It's so much to do.
And so celebrate every time you get an opportunity to celebrate.
That's good stuff.
Celebrate.
And we could talk about that next week.
Celebration.
Let's sing our song, baby. We wrote it.
I can't beatbox. I can't sing. Oh, I can't do anything.
You can do them shoulders, though. Do that. That's right. This has been Peaches and the Pastor. Thank you for joining us.
We'll check you out later, guys.
God bless.